Author abandons interstellar book tour. Celebrated author Olav Redcourt has abandoned the promotional tour for his latest novel, halfway through a 2-month circuit of 50 systems. Reporters managed to catch Mr. Redcourt as he was storming off the passenger liner where he has spent the last 4 weeks. He told them, "I'm sick of churning out historical romance garbage, especially now that readers can change the damn story to suit themselves. I'm going to write the book I've always wanted to write, a science fiction saga set in the future." A statement was released by Bone Spire Publishing. Unfortunately, this incident constitutes a breach of contract, as Mr. Redcourt has only produced 14 Corsair King novels, rather than the 25 we agreed. We hope we can convince him to resume the tour and continue with the series. Margot Hist, the author's agent, commented, "Olaf's a true artist, so I'm sure fans will understand that he wants a little creative freedom. I can't tell you anything about the new title yet, but science fiction is a niche genre with a tiny audience, so I hope it sells well enough to pay Olaf's legal bills."
Hello everybody, Mr. Moo here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here in Glidden Enterprise, though not for long, just doing some modifications. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and finally things have ticked over. We're going to war in the Kutnal system. Ghost Tracker, hello. Oh, shoutouts first. Shout out to Nice Guy Dewey, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Hello to everybody here, Blood Drunk 99, the Legion of One, Grislago, Marino Twine, the Eric G. Let's see here, Commander Varad, Sanson, and Ghost Tracker. I think I got everybody. I hope I got everybody. I should, my mutant ability to read lists, I don't think it's failed me. Oh, it's been a hell of a morning. Woke up this morning to the sound of an engine. A very powerful engine, roaring to life outside our window. I go outside and I look, yep. That's not just any... Oh, hello, Poppy. That's not just any engine, that's an engine attached to a wood chipper. So that's how I got catapulted out of bed this morning. Niao was also, somewhat unhappy with this concept. Ada Karina, sir. Hello. Hello to you too. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. The week it's half over. Oh, Hank is a happy Hank. The heat wave seems to have officially broken here. I'm not running the AC. So yeah, Hank is just happy. He's just sprawled in front of the fan. He's a happy guy. Moon 07. You seem to have a lot of work going on around your house. The pitfalls of a busy municipal area. A lot of construction going on around here. A lot of construction. Reading a book by this 21st century author by the name of Wager. Getting deja vu reading this. Doing runs for the war and such. Riding the data wave. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a little bit more active participation. I'll be sending data in much more concentrated packets, I believe. So yeah, first off though, we gotta get things sorta set up. I'm on board the Sharpshooter. It's mostly set.
Who has disturbed my...
Hey, best buddy!
Oh, it's you.
Marino Twine, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Or the resub, I should say. 5 months. Damn, time flies. Thank you so much for that. Oh, let's see here. Quarantine. Right. So I've got heatsink launchers. I don't need heatsink launchers on this thing. I need... you know what? I think I'm going to take point defense because I got point defense or point defense or point defense here. Excellent choice, sir. Take the point defense. No. Well, here's the funny thing. Because the Kutnal system only has one medium station, or one outpost, I should say, and it does not offer rearm, it only offers repair, I'm going in, I'm taking a very, Clan Wolf approach to this. Battle of Tukid. You see, when the clans in Battletech, when they attacked the planet Tukid as a proxy for Earth, some clans went in just full-on, go full ham mode. And they had weapons, you know, they had autocannons, they had missile launchers, they had Gauss cannons, they were ready. And then they ran out of supplies about a week into the battle and went, oh, crap. Meanwhile, Clan Wolf went in with nothing but energy weapons. Like, hey guys, how you doing? So yeah, we're going in with all energy weapons here. And all fixed because, hey, I need the practice anyway. Only clan to win their target on Tukid. Eric G, I thought that, I thought the Ghost Bears also took their target. Well, they had a 50-50, I think. But yeah. Sitting at Glidden in my vet, can't enter the hangar or launch. Gruz, can you go over and activate, can you check on engineers? Can you click on that and activate that? That might switch you back around to what you need. Because I know Eric G, I know every clan had 2 targets. I know the Wolves were the only one to win both. I think everybody else either straight up lost or drew, didn't they? Anyway. Let's go out and hit Kutnal. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Detach confirmed. Departure authorized.
So if I wanted a cold ship, who would I go to for engineering, and what would I get engineered? Okay, Ghost, the 2 most important things for cold, you want a low output power plant. So that is... boy, who is that? Marco Quent. And you'd also want thermal spread on your drive, so you want somebody to do some drive mods, so either Professor Palin or Felicity. Have enough for 70 plus ammo restocks? Okay, Legion of One, you got... You've got the ammo situation taken care of. There you go. You're on mobile right now, can't check without dropping the stream. No problem, Eric G. Yeah, need to get friendly with Sirius. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else who runs engineering mods on power plants. Let me... I know Felicity does. She does at least grade 1. But you want, hostile with them last time you checked. Well, that's a bit more of a problem. All other
systems are at normal levels.
Yeah, you want a low emissions power plant. And who all can give that to you? Hera Tani, actually. Hera goes up to grade 5. Marco Quint only goes to grade 4. My bad. Not that you'll need grade 5 low emission. I think I'm only running grade 4 low emission on my Chieftain. No, Challenger. I will get these names right one of these days, I swear. But yeah, Ghost, Hera Tani would also work. So you want low emissions power plant, and if you can get thermal spread on that as well. That'll run you cold.
Jumping to next system. Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete. Exiting now.
Legion of One, need to lower my heat on the vet at some stage? Gotcha. Yeah, Ghost, that's the size of it. What's the cutter and what's the clipper? Cutter is the one that looks like a, it's the bigger one. The clipper looks like the love child between a Learjet and a bird of prey. And Ghost, I figure Lee Yong-ri, he'll forgive most things. I mean, for him, it's just business. You gotta take your keel back, no fuel scoop to Harrow. But I don't know the Chief and the Challenger right. I fly the Chieftain all the time. And the Challenger has an identical cockpit, other than 2 green lights. I'm so used to saying Chieftain. Challenger is relatively new. Also, the alliterative names do not help. I imagine the 3rd Alliance ship is going to be like the Cromwell, or the Comet, or the... I don't know. We're going to be going with British names, I know that. Just got your hands on a Chief yourself, gonna do some upgrading? Oh, it's a wonderful ship. Now I'm trying something totally new. The Crusader, there we go. Yeah, I'm doing something I haven't done in a long time, and that is a lot of fixed lasers. So this is going to be a terrible, terrible, terrible showing in the combat zone. Just so you know. Balance. Who all's here? Right. Who's an easy target? You! Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a problem here, I think. Weapons. Hardcore, thank you so much for the host. Welcome aboard. Seriously, would you stop shooting me with... This is why I say that a Asp Explorer actually makes a decent combat ship, because when you load it up with nothing but railguns, it hurts. It is a ship of ouch. Now here you are running cannons and rails. Okay. Narrow profile on a Cobra can be a pain in the butt for me, especially since it's the first time I've worked fixed guns in quite a while. Or, you know, I just bounce off and take 10% away, that helps too. Well, you should be relatively easy.
Hey, you big bully, what's the idea of hitting that little bully?
Yep, a lot of pulse lasers. I mean, we're just going for efficiency and DACA. And it's hard to balance efficiency with DACA. Target power plant.
Warning. Lock target.
Thoughts on Frontier adding the Hawk to the game? Oh, are they going to? I would love that. It looked great. I really like that ship, to be honest. I like the design on it. It looks kind of like if Core Dynamics built their version of a Fer-de-Lance. A little less luxurious, a little bit more... Yeah, I'm gonna start shooting you now, and I don't know when I'm gonna stop. This fixed pulse laser thing is, not working out for me. I mean, it's working, but... Good grief. She'd be a little slow. Everybody and their mother's shooting at me, too. Alright, me Grimlock need new strategy. Set 2-1. Right. Well, I still want fixed gun practice, but I want something that isn't, you know, that'll actually do damage. Oh, these pulse lasers are nice for endurance, but they don't have a really good kill speed on them. Johnny C, hey, how you doing? Alright, so, all pulse laser build is right out. Beams, I don't have the capacitor for it. Now, I was playing around earlier with the Fury Road. Now, that requires reloading, but it would be a little bit more exciting.
Exiting now.
What's the matter, mister? Oh, we had an argument and he pulled a knife on me, so I shot him.
Always try the tried and true corrosive multi plus incendiary multi. That is true. What I was looking... Well, yeah, I guess now that I'm getting rid of the reload option. I mean, yes, there's my Fer-de-Lance. Why not just ramming? Unlike certain people here who like to scream Leroy Jenkins.
Maximum velocity.
Ramming is valid, but it's not a good, continuous strategy in my mind.
Exiting now.
You know what? We haven't run the Fury Road in a while. Yeah, let's head back home and grab that. Pulse lasers are a little too much pew 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 and not enough kaboom. No, I said ramming isn't valid as a continuous tactic. In the middle of a plasma slugs, I don't have the mod for them. That's not a bad idea, but no, in the middle of a war zone, continuous ramming is, yes, it may knock down a few ships, but it's going to be ultimately self-defeating. Legion of One, corrosive does not stack, just so you know. So you're actually just hampering your gun's ammunition supply. Now, I can understand if you're doing it for the reasons of symmetry or whatnot. I get that. I can be that way too. Incendiary, well, it doesn't, there's nothing to stack there. There's no lingering effect. Incendiary just turns the bullet into a laser bullet. So it does better against shields. Yeah, Incendiary just turns the bullets from kinetic to thermal, I believe. Now they'll still rip up hull when you hit them with Incendiary and corrosive, but there used to be a kinetic component to Incendiary rounds, and that was broke as hell, and that got nerfed out, unfortunately. I mean, I can also see the fortunately behind it, but yeah, Incendiaries do more damage than similar-sized pulse lasers. There is that. But yeah, I would suggest only one corrosive multi. Any more than that, you're just running overkill. Well, you aren't even running overkill. You're just running under ammo. Oh, Ghost, glad to hear it. And it's only now I realized I typoed the player faction name.
No!
So this is the Fury Road, shiny and chrome. I'm a fan of the design. I think it looks really damn good, actually. And definitely has the firepower to deal with a war zone. Staying power, not so sure.
In the interest of smooth traffic flow,
Guess we get to find out.
we
All right, well, we'll see what we go with here. Hell Dracula, good afternoon.
This is an important announcement. Security surveillance is in effect.
Yeah, have you ever been mad without power? Sucks. Okay, let's try that again. I'm using dispersal. No, I'm using phasing sequence. Gear up.
Retracting, Dr. Commander.
Why? Because it's what I had on the shelf at the time. Well, she can dance. Good turn of speed, too. Sustained 540 combat, fitted, flight assist off. Nice.
Course adjustment. Hyperspace velocity.
Fast ships are nice, but I'm more a fan of the hyper-maneuverable ones. Eagles. You know, a chieftain, a fer-de-lance, that's about as low maneuverability as I want. Chaff instead of point defense? Yeah, I really just picked this up off the shelf, and I didn't even pay attention to what I had in it. What ship is this now? This is a Vulture.
Interstellar velocity at maximum.
This is a Vulture. It's a small
now.
fighter built by Core Dynamics. And it's fun. Yeah, flying tank, a very maneuverable ship. Honestly, I do not know what I have on this other than the plasma cannons, and I made sure I had some. I mean, I'm only running 2 shield boosters, and I am still running at 107% power. Who's at war? Errantry Alliance. And we're still overshooting. Overshot once, overshot twice. Do I hear 3? We are going to war with... Oh, who are we going to war with? Well, I'll tell you in about 14 megameters. Speed is good, alright. HIP 6978 Company. You are a perfect target for this. Weapons. Start this show early. Shields. Yes, I somehow managed to miss an anaconda with a ram. Weapons. That's talent. That's what that is. Rhett, hey, hi, how are you? What's up? Why are you not dead? What's up? Oh, we went to war in the Kutnal system, so I'm just putting in a little bit of work here. Running my shift. Seeing if I can hit small ships with plasma cannons, you know. While also holding a conversation. Apparently one of these things I can do. And that one wasn't even close. Vulture is meant to have the two larges. Yeah. Now I'd like something out. This is why I like the Chieftain. It feels like a proper, you know, a proper upgrade to the Vulture. Seriously, why can I not do it? And that hit apparently did nothing. Well, this is what practice looks like. Malpractice makes malperfect. Oh, sure, now I land a double shot. They'll finish him off. I'll go for something else here. Vulture with APAs? Yes, but you see, then I have to work with Denton Patrius. Once I get clear of the war zone, I'll let you know my thoughts on Denton Patrius. Sure would like to know who keeps peppering me with railgun shots, too. Is it you? No, it's not you. Alright, I'm gonna get clear, let my shields do some recharging. Set to 1. So no, the problem with Denton Patrius is, well, quite frankly, let's see here. Here we go. This sums up my feelings quite well.
I'd like to live just long enough to be there when they cut off your head and stick it on a pike, as a warning to the next 10 generations that some favors come with too high a price. I want to look up into your lifeless eyes and wave like this.
There we go. Those are my thoughts on Admiral Patrius. And, what's her name? Yzma holding his leash right now.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
See, I don't know. The Vulture, to me, it's... the Vulture is somewhat overrated, I think. I mean, I like the maneuverability, but the weapon load would be better served by quad mediums. I don't think quad mediums would be breaking on this. Yeah, a Fertile Lance against a Vulture? I'd take that action. I mean, we already have the Imperial Courier, which runs triple mediums. For a dedicated combat ship like the Vulture, I think quad mediums would be perfectly fine. Would out-DPS the dual larges, but not to a astonishing degree. Weapons. Keep the maneuverability, lose the huge hard point. Quad gives quality of life with experimental, so that's a tough call. That's a very good point. I do agree on that. And the guns were still reloading. I didn't have a shot when I wanted it. And then he pitched forward. I'm gonna run out of ammo at this rate. Patrius does not have the pack hounds. That is... oh, who is that? Edmund Mahan, I think? No, Hudson has the pacifier frags. Okay, Li Yongri is pack counts, my bad, yeah. I was right on everything else, though. In my defense, I was right on everything else. Seriously, Cobra, die! I said die, not get your shields back. I mean, when I'm making solid connections with these plasmas, they do not be... Of course, the problem is making a solid connection with the plasmas. The forward profile on a Cobra 3 is... there we go. That's better. Keep that up. And he's gone. Patrius has the Advanced Plasma Accelerator, the rapid-fire plasma cannon. Archon Delane is the... Did you grade 5 efficient plasma? Yes, I did, Torbach. Okay, this conversation, it is reminding me of FARC discussions I've seen in the past about, Helen Keller and how everybody just gets Helen Keller and Amelia Earhart and Lizzie Borden all mixed up. But yes, I did grade 5 efficient the plasma, so they should be they should be hitting harder than standard. I mean, yes, I've got a phasing sequence on them, but I didn't think it hurt damage that much. I thought at least the efficiency would make up for it.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, the Asp Explorer has 4 small and 2 mediums. Quite the little terror against small ships. That's why I think an Asp Explorer is actually a valid combat design. Eric G, both of those were also involved. But no, basically, you know, Amelia Earhart, who killed her folks with the axe, and that's why she had to go flying across the Pacific. Now I remember why I don't use the Fury Road that much.
Target shields offline.
Are Asp Scouts good at anything? They are... They're so good they're average. The Asp Scout, I mean, it's got the standard... What is that? Two small, 2 medium. So it's got the loadout of, you know, a bunch of the other ships. And it doesn't really bring anything else to the table. I mean, I think it's got a slightly harder hull, but it's got such a large target profile that that's kind of rendered irrelevant. The Asp Scout could have been... Well, they just... Basically, they took a chop saw to an Asp Explorer and cut it in half lengthwise. I don't know, cut it in half right below the pilot seat and followed that line. Yeah, the Diamondback Scout, that is... I mean, again, 2 small, 2 medium, which is kind of dull as dishwater if you ask me. But it's got great maneuverability. You can stealth the hell out of it. Ghost Tracker, Diamondback Scout and the Asp Scout get largely left by the wayside. Oh no, the Diamondback Scout sees a whole lot of love. It is not ignored. Yeah, the DBS sees a lot of love, and a lot of people swear by it. And a lot of people who've had to fly against it swear at it. I've got one, I just need to figure out what to do with it. Lights on?
Lights on.
What's an adder good for? I don't know if you got a lot of accounting. The adder is a good... Well, it's kind of like an Imperial Eagle with a little bit more cargo space in it. Not that great a payout. I'm sucking it up in the combat zone. Yeah, adders are a half-decent explorer. They're decent for starting ships. I mean, in the starting tier, I would definitely use an adder over, say, a hauler. Masker makes sense. Strategic data transfer. Wartime target scan operation. Oh, these look interesting. Let's hope these things aren't like, you know, several 100,000 light seconds away. Also, let's see if I assume it can, but let's confirm that a vulture can do planetary scans. You know, without needing SRV. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
A hauler at 2 million? No. A hauler is not a 2 million credit ship. It's like 56 grand, I believe. Now, it may take 2 million to get it fully upgraded. But any ship, you're going to be going into the millions to totally outfit. That's just the way it goes. I mean, you could go into that for a Sidewinder, I think.
Leaving system.
Yeah, I mean, Ghost, take a look at Coriolis. See what's it cost to fully outfit a Sidewinder.
Exit destination confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Incoming mission critical message.
Well, you're still up into the 7-digit range. That would be my point. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need to get the scan on this. In my opinion, the best thing you can do to an adder is slap a dirty drive 5 on it, minimize weight, invite someone on board, and do flight assist off stunting in a station. You're not totally wrong. I had a, have a friend, which is a little astonishing given what I did. Basically did something like that. Did vulture stunting, and he was in his VR rig at the time. The adder cannot be... Well, can an adder be used as a ship-launched fighter for a keelback? That would be lovely. Unfortunately, no.
Incoming mission critical message.
Luwanja 3, alright. Well, more than one way to help out in a war. At least we make a lot of cash this way, too. Gret, to be fair, I was wearing my VR rig at the time, too. I just had the benefit of knowing what I was going to be doing. You get way less motion sickness when you're at the helm. Oh, I'm not arguing with you. Though in my defense, and I think this is a hell of a this is a hell of an extra step to go. I made sure to fly into the dock slowly and carefully and just do some general smooth movements to make sure his VR wasn't hanging up on him, that wasn't dropping any frames. Because dropping frames in VR is the worst thing that can happen in my opinion. I will crank down the resolution. I will crank down the quality. I would look at it through a film of wax paper before I start dropping frames. There we go. See, I believe Niao has asked that I only pick up a keelback if she gets to shoot it up, and she only gets to shoot it up because, and I quote, there's no Junkyard Crusher option in-game yet. And I also quote, even that wouldn't work since the damn thing's already a cube. Yeah, where are the dredgers when you need them? Yeah, just hit them with the shredder. Alright, if we're gonna do this, let's make sure I actually have my scanner up. Better. Whoa, whoa, hi there. No, no, no. There we go. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, I got ammo for this. Weapons. You know, I should probably actually, you know, power up the guns when I'm shooting this thing. See, this is why I'm not... I was really hoping this thing would do more, you know? Dual Class 3 plasmas are just kind of... There we go. Now then, I had a base somewhere I need to go look at.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Set 2-1. No, the green is from weapon color.
Under attack. Power plant capacity exceeded. Incoming message. Incoming mission critical message. Trespass zone cleared. Bounty incurred.
You know what? If you're gonna hit me with a bounty for something... Weapons. Are those shots even doing anything? Alright, that one worked. I just got a direct hit him. Yeah, it's just the weapon cosmetic option I picked up. Engines. We don't want to go to Kutnal yet, actually. Galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Yes, in theory, some of the ships in this game are actually maneuverable. And it is a great joy. Leave it at Beagle Point and then beat Sanson for the longest single jump to Narvik with Sidewinder.
Exiting now.
Incoming mission critical message.
Maneuverability is overrated. Get out. Gotta invest in a bigger desk or a HOTAS, one of the two. Might I suggest? Might I suggest both? Master 10, what kind of ship is this? This is a Vulture. This is just a regular old Vulture. Ghost Tracker is technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. You don't need maneuverability when you have shields. Lots of shields. Out of curiosity, given how much PvP you do, have you run into anybody firing resonance torpedoes at you when your 20k shields suddenly turn into 0k shields and a busted generator? How prevalent are the Cascade torpedoes? That's not how that works, Torbach.
Plot twist!
Tyre Lelu. Lelu. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Pull up a seat. Too much of a dedicated build that'd be useless against smaller ships? Hmm. Well, you see, now we're talking about pigment versus emission. Are we talking about light, or are we talking about using Elite streams as a substitute for actual playing until I get my PC set up again and buy a new HOTAS? This is good. This also implies an old HOTAS. What happened? What did you have? Test it out when you come back. Sounds good. Oh, come back into Sidewinder and what? Just, Oh, wait, no, you can't. There is no shipyard out there. Shipyard at the end of the universe. Gotcha. Gain update caused my custom flight controls to put me into a perpetual starboard yaw spin. I'm trying to figure out what would do that, because I had similar, actually. I had a setup that was... at one point, my computer was reading my pedals. My computer was trying to swap my pedals and my stick. Yuki, come here. Quit singing your whiny song.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
But no, it was trying to get my pedals to register as my stick. And my pedals have the, back and forth on them, but they also have a, what do I want to say? They also have a, their own separate, they're a 3-axis controller. And hello! And, oh, hello there. Comrade Error. Wanted. Well done. Anyway, it was causing the 3 axes on my pedals to try to be my stick. Weapons. Target power plant.
Locking on target.
What the hell? The money's right here, right?
Under attack. Under attack.
Really?
Bounty incurred.
And I bracket him. Of course I do. You know what? Set 1-2.
Under attack. Power plant capacity exceeded. Incoming message. Incoming mission critical message.
Master 10, how are you scanning from your ship? If you have a close enough cockpit to the front end of the ship, or also with a crate, you can actually, since it's underslung, if you're close enough, the scanner in the cockpit will do it. Yeah, the data link scanner, I'm sorry. If you were asking the actual mechanic behind it, yes, it's the data link scanner, the same one you use to scan megaships. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Tried firmware updating, reinstalled software, remapping all the controls.
Critical message.
Was using a Thrustmaster HOTAS 4 for reference. And I got an assault charge on me, which asked me if I care. Aw, hello, little miss. How are you? So Yuki has decided to stop whining and crying and has actually come out. And she walked up to me, she headbutted me, and she went to her little kitty bed. At least she's no longer singing the song of her
Systems are
people.
at optimal levels, readying for exit now.
Incoming mission critical message.
Alright, gonna have to scan the nav beacon. Yuki, no. Yuki, yes. Not that I've tried doing planetary scan missions, I guess the cockpit config of a T7 should... Yes. Yes, the cockpit configuration of a T7 should allow you to scan. Can you imagine the poor guard who's just sitting there? Just sitting there, reading his datapad, catching up on the news, whatever. And whom, 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 whom. This T7 comes dropping out of the sky, lights on, at this obscenely strange angle to get in a proper scan. That's one of those things where he calls in the elite equivalent of Coast to Coast AM.
Incoming mission critical message.
Alright, minor case of a star in the way. Imagine that same guard just seeing a Corvette do that. Now, the funny thing is, for a Corvette to do that, what it's going to have to do... Could a Chief do it? Absolutely. I do it all the time in a Chieftain and a Challenger. For a Federal Corvette to do that, theoretically possible, if you roll the ship 180. So you're coming in with your cockpit, you know, as the lowest part of your ship. And if you get close enough, it's possible you can get the scan in. I think. Maybe. You know what? Galaxy map.
Choose somewhere interesting this time, please.
Jump.
Understood.
No time like the present to find out, right? Yes, I'm gonna try.
Vectors. Frame shift now engaged.
Oh yeah, you don't need silent running if you use a Chieftain. The shields are
Confirming
tough
exit
enough that
point
it just
telemetry. Stand by.
soaks up everything. I mean, you get in, you get the scan, you get out. I mean, put power to your shields and you should be able to absorb everything. Now, I make no promises that this will work. I'm just saying, theoretically, it could. That said...
Plot twist!
Gummy01, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. You're just in time to see me try something exceptionally stupid. Now, who died at Narford? Anybody? Anybody want to own up to that?
Exiting now.
Who got killed at Narford within the last 30 minutes? Gummy, thank you so much for the 5 bits. Don't mind me, just lurking. All right. Pull up a seat and have it off there where you can get a good view off to the side. Yeah, the chief has a nose right there, or a cockpit right there on the nose. Oh yeah, this ship's gonna have a bounty on it too. Oh well. Oh well, mustn't complain. At some point we'll get to the station, I promise. There seems to be a big-ass gravity well in the way, though. Good thing you won't fly it again until 4.0. I may keep poking around with it a little bit, but yeah. Core Dynamics, Kilo, Yankee, Lima, request docking clearance. Pad 2-1.
11 o'clock immediate.
Gear down.
Lowering gear.
It should be in the rings.
Landing complete. Dispatching ground crew.
Varnation 07. Another crate pun. Another crate pun.
That's it! Everyone dies!
Another crate pun. Vulture for a medium pad? No, Vulture works on a small. Galaxy map.
Choose somewhere interesting this time.
How's it going? Oh, it's going. Let's see here. Looks like we got some jumps to make for that. Thought I had a jump booster on board. Obviously not. Shield booster, ground destroyer, beamlighter, guardian shield. Plenty of guardian shield boost, plenty of guardian shield boosts. All right, we'll work with that. Does clean drive reduce power draw or increase? It reduces power draw. Another crate pun. Another crate pun. Yeah, Ghost. It should reduce power and power draw. Gear up.
Retracting module.
Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Set 2-1. Yep, used to the Vulture. Move from something very maneuverable to something that, charitably, is less so. the jump range on this thing? 16, okay.
Confirming exit point telemetry. Stand by.
The laugh is terrifying. What about the sobs at the end? He's new here, Gret. Don't kill him. Just make his legs bend the wrong way.
Leaving system. Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
I am in intense pain, Pinky.
Leaving system. Maximum velocity engaged. Key systems are at optimal levels, readying for exit.
You know, when I heard from Maurice LaMarche himself that we're gonna get another season of the Animaniacs, new stuff. Oh, you could not believe how happy I was. In fact, I immediately broke out into the national anthem of Anvilania. Yeah, as far as I know, let me double check on this, because we got 4,200 light seconds to play with. Yep, Animaniacs is getting, an Animaniacs reboot getting 2 seasons straight to Hulu. Good times in the 90s. They really were. I remember it wasn't Animaniacs, it was Hysteria. Where they had I think it was Family Feud or Jeopardy with the Civil War edition, and Sherman kept setting his podium on fire. Right, let's set my functions over to... Okay, turrets are in target-only mode. Because I really don't need my turrets going ham if something opens fire here. Cartoons nowadays are crap. Really? I don't know about that. There's some good stuff. I mean, if you look back at the 90s, there was a lot of cartoons then that were crap. Same as the 80s, same as the 70s. I mean, 90% of everything is crap. Hell, 90% of my flying is crap. Everybody here can attest to that. There we go. That's right, Gret Cartoons. Clone Wars is quite good. Did you see Clone Wars is getting another season? Yes, Clone Wars is coming back. Clone Wars Rebels was amazing in my opinion. Yep, we've got a Corvette and 2 fighters, no SRV, so... By God, we are, By God, we are getting this scan in one way or another with this thing. Oh, gotcha, Master 10. Like, just kidding, what? Oh, the initial... Gotcha. Yeah, once again, when I'm flying and when I'm paying attention to multiple things, I end up getting stupidly literal. Local gravity 0.17 G. Could be better, could be a whole lot worse. Alright, head tracker on. Oh, come on, this is too good to not work. Whoa, whoa, whoa! How was that? Alright then, take 2. I do have an SLF in this thing, but unfortunately SLFs do not have data point scanners. Let's try rolling around from the other side. So I don't have a great big gun turret that I'm bashing the ship into. This might, maybe, possibly work. Come on, don't kick me out here. And that's when the security job quit, yeah. Oh, am I hanging up the... Okay, here's something we can try. Let's see if we can't tuck in the upper hard points. It's only 40 meters away. If you do this, I'm donating a kidney. You know, we may just have to try drawing in multiple ships to see what can do this and what can't. I mean, I can get a target on it. I think I might know one of the problems here. Yeah, I might have one of the problems here. I can't actually get a scan on it because it rises when I scan. So I need to get in at an angle where maybe it won't, the ship won't interfere with its functioning. So we actually got to come in at it sideways. Maybe. Sure, a lot of light posts around here, though. I mean, come on, I'm catapulting myself free of the surface every time I put my nose into a different position here. I don't think you can do it with a Federal Corvette. This is going to be the flattest bit of terrain. This is going to be the flattest way I can do it. And we are flat with the horizon right now. Scanner's not kicking in. Yep, Federal Corvette 0, Imperial Cutter. You can do this in a cutter? Well then.
Plot twist!
Firecats 4, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to stupidity with warships. I'm your captain, Mr. Moo. Yeah, cue the guard just tossing a bottle of booze at this point. It's like, nope. Alright. Okay, what other stupid ships can we try this with? Ooh, I got one. Set a course for home.
Stellar cartography. Course locked.
I got one better for you, Eric. Because I have a feeling the
Incoming
Anaconda's going to run into the same problem. Equity Lord Jin Ko, you should just drive your SRV in. I could, if I had one. I have a feeling the Conda is going to run into the exact same problem. Now, we can try it, certainly. But I have a feeling I know one that'll make the guard chug even harder.
Scanning for anomalies. None detected.
Do all the data points say inactive when scanning? I can't remember. They are inactive, and then you start scanning them, and it usually kicks in well. Keelback. Prove its worth with something. A keelback is a medium-sized Lakon ship. We've already shown we can do this with the Chieftain and the Challenger. Yep, we're gonna try it with a Type 9. Because, why the hell not? If you can pull it off in a... Fer-de-Lance won't work. Fer-de-Lance won't work because the cockpit is too far back. I'm thinking it is a case of if the cockpit is too far back and you gotta hang your nose out over it, you're gonna have a problem.
Next system.
I mean, hell, it won't work with... It won't work with a Imperial Courier, as far as I know. So no, we're gonna try this with a Type 9.
Exiting now.
Why? Oh, why not?
Warning. Main fuel tank low.
Thank you, Eli. Fer-de-Lance vertical. The problem with the Fer-de-Lance is it would actually be too far away from the ground. Aaron, I have verified with a crate. An Orca could be doable. An Orca could be doable. Gonna try one with the vet next time I'm doing one of these scanner missions. Post proof in the Discord. More power to you if you can pull it off. Congratulations. Not sure about a Beluga. I can try it with an Orca.
System.
With an Orca. Yeah, I'll try it with the Orca. And if we get anything else closer to the area, then I'll do it with a Type 9.
Hull integrity is within limits.
At the very least, I've got
All
good jump range on the
systems
Orca.
are now at normal levels. Warning. Main fuel
here
tank
we
low.
are, pretending to know where we're going again.
Crew command roster. Crewman Alex, all stations.
Confirmed.
That is all.
Okay, Commander. Standing by.
Maybe long-range scanners could help? Possibly. Well, no, because these are... what we're using on this is the data point scanner, not the, yeah, not the Discovery or the ship's, other ship scanning sensors. Ship scanning... yeah, you know what I mean. The standard sensor pack. Data point scanner is a totally different animal. But, no, there's... I don't think you can actually do it vertically with a Fer-de-Lance. Conda can scan the points if you kiss the data point with your nose. Interesting. In that case, we may... Okay, chat, what do you say? Conda or... Conda, Type 9, or Orca? Which one sounds better? Which one sounds more hilarious right now? Now, I should really try to set up some kind of poll for this, but I am lazy as hell. Okay, I got 2 for the Conda. 3 for the Conda. Type 9 will blot out the sun. Exactly. Alright, we'll do a Conda, we'll go and get more of these missions, and we'll try it with other things. This is what we're doing today. Will it scan? Alright. Yep, we will see just what will scan and what won't. Conda is a big no. Now I'm hearing people say you can, now I'm hearing people say you can't. Well, challenge accepted. Unfortunately, the only Conda I have to test this with is the Bifrost. So the bump shields are going to be... The bump shields are going to be putting in work. Oh no, my Orca actually runs cool. Nobody saw that. Or heard that. What was I saying? Something about bump shields? Yeah.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yep, because why not? We're gonna do this in the Bifrost. What the hell? If worse comes to worse, at least I've got an SRV on that thing. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Everything's already shutting down. Oh, I don't see how this can go bad at all. At least we'll get there a little bit quicker. "77 light-year jump range." Yeah, we'll get there fairly quick. Lights on.
On.
Gear up.
Landing module retracted.
Oh yeah, this thing doesn't have boosters either. Well. Let's see just how cocky and stupid we can... Let's see how much cocky and stupid we can pile up into one situation. Because right now, I think we're looking at a record. Yeah, I can't even boost away if the turret starts shooting. This is gonna be one of those things.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are at normal levels.
Yep, nothing can possibly go wrong. I mean, possibly. Come to think of it, that's the first thing's ever gone wrong. I mean, I've tried stupid things before. You know, once upon a time I tried playing water polo. Then my horse drowned. If you get a rebuy screen from this, lol. If I get a rebuy screen from this, I am most likely well deserving of it. Welcome back, Sanson. Welcome to the show. We've decided to see if an Anaconda can get a scan on a planetary base. Now, okay, here's, for reals, here's a question. Because they're scanning the data point, that's doable. Well, I've scanned data points before, and there's also at the high security outposts, like the skimmer control, or, you know, scanning the larger, more bulbous data point, if you know what I'm talking about. Those can be scanned from a greater distance out. Those can be scanned from like 300 meters. So you could easily scan one of those from a Conda. Excuse me, bit of a hiccup. You could scan that from a Conda, from a Corvette. So is there a differentiation that was made by scanning a data point here at one of these little tiny search zones, little tiny outposts? Because I'm talking about going into, like, you know, Senker Bastion or something. I've seen that happen with big ships. I've done that with big ships. So there's two kinds of data points, and I'm wondering if, when they're talking about the Conda scanning one of those, that they might not be talking about that one. Either way, guess we get to find out what this Conda does. Because, yeah, no boosters, no shields. Gonna be shot at. Hanging upside down. What's the worst that can happen? Well, at the very least, we've got it in daylight. So that's a tick in our favor. I don't take responsibility for rebuy screens. Fair enough, Gret. I'm not holding anybody responsible for this except me. I could have gone in with a well-equipped, you know, battle-ready Anaconda. Not a problem. But no, I realize I am going in with something hilariously unequipped for this situation.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
What did I just run out of power on? Oh. Oh well, doesn't matter. Oh, that. Answering people want to fight you? Oh yeah, that's... Well, technically you would be taking responsibility for rebuy screens, but, you know, not the penalty for. This can only end well. Alright, head track on. You know, another nice thing, there's no skimmers around here. Set 1-2. on. So wait, I gotta put my ship's nose or my nose? Anybody have an answer to that? Ship's nose on the data point or my nose on the data point? Let's try ship's nose. Because, yeah, I can't actually get a scan on it with my ship's nose. I'm bouncing the top of the hull off the ground. I mean, if I try to get my distance here. See, I got my... This is my ship's nose right here. I can't even scan it, and my ship's nose is right on top of it. Just FAO and let the ship settle. Oh boy. Yeah, why not? It is now balanced on top of the data point. It is now bouncing off of the data point. Timber. Right. And I can't actually go sideways here because I'm actually in contact right now with the ground. Yeah, I can't get any closer unless I, you know, popped the canopy and actually hardwired something to it. Set a course for home.
Displaying map. Course locked.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply.
Well, at least we didn't get shot down. Not gonna use the SRV? Why? We got a Type 9 we can try it with yet.
Maximum velocity engaged.
The Needle, you know, so the Needle ships, the Anaconda, the Federal Corvette, those are no bueno. Those are no good.
Now.
So now it's time to try the giant steel cloud approach.
Commander, what are your orders?
Yeah, Budman, I predict the Type 9 working as well. I think we're gonna... Well, we're certainly going to give the security guy there we're gonna give him a reason to drink. That's for sure. So, what is this one guy seen on his shift today? So he's seen the Federal Corvette come through. No luck. Yeah, somebody throw a permit to the Eric G. Budman or Gret, please. Alright, I got it. Excuse me. Right side up and nose down will do it with a Conda? I can't see how that's supposed to work. I do not understand how that's going to work because at that distance I wasn't able to actually physically target the data point. If the data point was on my ship's nose, it was too far away for me to get a scan on. I couldn't lock onto it. Real talk, statistically speaking, the Crate is supposed to be more maneuverable than the Python. Does it feel noticeably different? I don't notice. I didn't notice it feeling different, but the weapon hardpoint placement means that those triple larges will just shred once you get things properly set up. I mean, if you want, we can, well, let me get landed here, and I can show you the, yeah, it feels very different. It isn't too much better. So there's the emotional component, and there's the actual mathematical component to it. Set to 1. Gear down.
Lowering gear.
Nose touching the ground and the data point next to the hull. That's... okay. So let me get positioned in here, Tyr, and let me... Let's see, do I have thrusters for this? So the Outrunner is my Python, and that's, you know, that's saying 2 pips of maneuverability. Yeah, okay, so it is saying it's more maneuverable. It's not just a feeling. It actually is more maneuverable. So the Outrunner, I know, is actually A-rated as well for my maneuverability, for getting in and out of burning stations. So I can kind of do a somewhat similar comparison. I mean, they're both running top-tier modified engines. So let's have a look here at the Outrunner, and then we'll look at the Shockwave. That's the more maneuverability-oriented one. Okay, core internals, 6A thrusters. I can pitch at 40, roll at 126, and yaw at 14. 40, 126, 14. Thank you, Eric G. Right. $50, 145, 16. So it pitches 10 degrees per second faster. It does... that does help out in a fight. And then let's look at my Asp Explorer, which... the Rogue Scholar, at least, is set up for combat. At least if I remember right. What mods do those ships have on thrusters, respectively? They were both running grade 5 dirty with drag drives, I believe. This is running grade 5 dirty. And this one's running 53, 140, 14. And this is running grandfathered grade 5.
For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has disturbed my...
Hey, best buddy!
Oh, it's you.
07 CMDR.
Calico Kid. I'm still not sure. Is it Calico Kid or Calico Sid? I can see either way. But thank you so much. 5 months. Twitch Prime resub. Thank you very much for that. And yes, 07 CMDR to you too. The Python, no, it's not clean modded. I have the power plant modified for... I have the power plant modified for low emission, but I'm running a dirty drive on that. At least last I remember. Dang it, now you got me considering my methodology here. Well, there's an easy way to do this. There's an easy way to figure this out, Gross. I'll just go with a stock engine on both and see what happens. Really, I should have done that from the beginning. But I thought I had the engines properly configured. Master 10. However, the FSD and the hyperdrive cheat. Calico Kid is correct. Comes from Lame Joke after being awake around 45 hours straight. Oh, I've had those days. Okay, so we've got a 6A with just a standard 6A. Let's see what this does. This one is going to be universal to both ships. So if I were to put in this 6A modified thruster, which is not that great, I think it's only running grade 1 with no other special effects. 35, 111, 12. Same engine. 35. Okay, same engine. 35, 111, 12. So let's switch over to the crate then and put the same engine on board. All right, Sanson, thank you very much. Okay, and with this same 6A, it'd be running 39, 114, 12. So it's, depending on what you throw in for the modification, you can still get some very impressive numbers. I mean, this one would be 39, but I've seen this up to, what, 50? This thing will dance. This thing will dance and twirl in a combat zone. But we are not here for crates, nor are we here for... There we go. No, we are here for raw, unadulterated stupidity. But no, since the frameshift drive and the hyperdrive cheat, relativistic effects do not kick in. So it's still, you know, the same day, a few minutes later. Ah, what the hell? We don't need shields if we do it right. We're probably gonna need shields. Lights on?
On.
Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Ship detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Alright, it's Type 9, so the cockpit's on the bottom, so... Alright. Nope, the poor security guy, he doesn't know what he's in for next.
All clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Course adjustment. Interstellar travel mode engaged. Confirming exit point telemetry. Stand by.
Staff taking bets on what's happening next. Does Elise have any armor? Hell if I know. Stats, let's find out. Armor health, 864, so that'd be a great big no. Eventually they'll just give up, walk outside, and tell you how to do it properly. Look, I'm doing it improperly because I've done it properly, and I've done it to varying degrees of impropriety many times. I know how to do it properly and improperly. Now I'm trying to do it hilariously. Also, I think I know just what to name this ship. The Zathras.
Zathras is used to being beast of burden to other people's needs. Very sad life. Probably have very sad death. But at least there is symmetry.
Yep, the EAS Zathras. I like it.
We are being hailed. Adjusting for jump.
Ah, thank you, Gret. Yes, the, yeah. Fasten your seatbelt sign this time. Knew I was forgetting something.
Engaging exit protocols.
All right. Well, let's go find this place. It's all right. I misread it as fasten. Yep, at least there's symmetry. Yep. If you lose your leg, we'll help you look for it. Gret, tell your subconscious it's a jerk.
No boom today, boom tomorrow. There's always a boom tomorrow.
So people looking at my stream title, so it's war, and they find me just doing stupid starship tricks. Welcome everybody. I'm just trying to see what kind of ship you can scan data points with without needing an SRV. So far we've been skunked on the Anaconda and the Federal Corvette. I've got high hopes for this Type 9. Just in case you ever need to do any kind of, you know, planetary data point scanning in a super heavy cargo ship. And Dazzy Star and Vox, good afternoon, and hiya. What's the good word? A chief is all you need. A chief, a challenger, Cobra, Asp. Asp? No. Oh yeah, you could do it in an Asp. Adder, Sidewinder. Only on low G planets. Well, yes, I've been able to get planetary survey, these scan missions done. I've been able to do these scan missions with a chieftain on up to 2.5 G. It's tricky, but it's doable. Oh, crate, you can do it in a crate, yes. Probably a T7, Type 6. Yeah, anything with a Lakon cockpit is probably... Really, this is going to be the toughest of the Lakons to do, I think. You know you can enable mods to change the stream title? Of course I can. Or of course I do. Thought I did. Ah, no worries. Of course a chieftain is all you need. Hell, even a... And this pains me. Oh, this pains me. You could do this in a keelback. Nah, Gret, I know. I know you wouldn't abuse it. Your jackassery is more of the, funny, haha, mess around in stream kind of jackassery. You were honest about your dishonesty. You were honorable about your lack of honor. Just doing the keelback by slamming the keelback in. Yeah, I decided to get a manual copy of the data. Yeah, DBX at 2.5 G. So yeah, you can... I'm still in shock that I killed the stream yesterday. You did? I forget, how'd you kill the stream? Not sure how you get the data out of the point, but you'll have the data. I'm sure we can send it to some kind of hard drive recovery place. I'm sure they have those in the future. Then again, they don't seem to have email in the future, or otherwise, Ah, right. I mean, otherwise Salome would have actually just sent an email instead of trying to Pony Express all this data. Okay, Dazzy Star, question. In order for me to upgrade my beam lasers, I need sulfur. I landed on a planet with 19.5% sulfur. You think I know how to use an SRV? Think again. Okay, so you're gonna have to manually configure your SRV controls. Sniperman, hey! You will have to set up new controls for the SRV so you can drive around. If you've already done that, congratulations, okay, you're driving around. One moment here. Then there will be like a little sweeping radar scope on your, right above your radar. Kind of makes sounds, goes bing. That's kind of a game of hot or cold. Alright, Dazzy, I will... Once we get this scanned, we will head back to Narvert. I'll hop into an SRV and can show you a quick... Because it's easier for me to show than for me to describe while trying to fly. Because all I end up doing is going... Ving, ving, and that just sounds really weird. No, really. Why are you not... It's not letting me... Oh. Yeah. Come on, you. Come on, you little bastard.
Hull integrity compromised.
Yes, yes, yes.
Scan detected.
Alright, seriously? Thank you. That could be
My
it.
pleasure.
Not you. Well, no, I mean, I just wasn't able to target it. I can't even get a targeting shot on this thing. Yeah, I can't even get my system to target this thing. Directly above it. I am directly above it. You little bird. That, there could be something to that, too.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Alright, and seriously, I mean, now I can't even physically target the thing.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Alright, a quick break from this to help out Dazzy Star. What's your canopy health at? I believe my canopy's probably at 100%. Yep, 100%.
Cannot comply.
Excuse me. Type 9 stealth ship. Yeah, it's a Type 9 something. Alright, so we'll pop over to Narvert 2. No, Narvert 5. Land, show Dazzy how to, scoop and pick stuff up with an SRV. And then we'll go back to the Orca and get a proper scan on this thing. Because an Orca can't, then screw it, I'm going back to the Chieftain. And that just proves the Chieftain is best ship ever. Apparently.
Leaving system. Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
Good thing I just bought the best ship then. Damn right you did. Challenger is greater than Chieftain. You see, that is a matter of some debate. Chieftain is too normal? What? So a Lakon ship that is actually really good at combat is an amazing daily driver. That's normal?
Frameshift now engaged.
And what am I griping about? I'm griping about the fact that I couldn't even lock onto the data point, let alone
are at an acceptable level.
Let alone get a scan on it. Too many people use it. Too mainstream, says Captain Cutter. Yeah, Lakon makes good ships, that's normal. It's something built by Lakon that, does more than just haul cargo or scan things. Oh, Budman, thank you so much for the 500 bits. I really hope you can't hear this sound over the microphone, but there is a building alarm. There's a small office building complex right next to our apartment, and I am hoping to Jeebus above that you can't hear this. But there is some kind of alarm going off right now. Yuki is looking around like, what the hell is that noise? Hank has currently run away. And yeah, to quote Lord Slug, it's like there's a drill in one ear and a drill in the other, and they're meeting in the middle. Alteris, is this the Will It Blend Elite Edition? Yes, something like that. And oh, thank goodness. I wouldn't wish... there's a lot of things I actually would wish on my worst enemy. This is one of them. Thank goodness. There is nobody here on stream that I would ever wish this sound on. Did you get the Everyone Dies soundbite? Yes, I did. I just don't have it loaded up. I just have... I just have it on standby for me. And Master 10, yes, I have enemies.
Landing permitted. Set down a landing pad 2-5.
But no, Ray, I do have the Everyone Dies soundbite. I just haven't incorporated it into the Hankbot yet. Huh. Breach hole, all die. Even had it underlined. Yep, MST3K the movie.
Approach is good. Maintain current heading.
Gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Master 10, if it makes you feel any better, basically I'm running into a case of stupid Wrath of Khan. Because why not? May as well bash it around one more time. You can't be my... Oh, well. Okay, maybe you can be Master 10's enemy. You can't be my enemy. You're my mod. Well, one of them anyway. You are semi-irreplaceable. Okay, 2 birds, 1 stone. We'll load an SRV onto the Venture here. Because the cockpit placement on this ship is right here. If this can't get a scan, I don't know what will. Alright, I've got an SRV on board too. We're good. The Wrath of Comedy. Budman, I like you. Yeah, it's a long, stupid story. Gear up.
Landing module retracted.
Are you battling in Kutnal at the moment? I'm not. I'm just doing stupid things around the Kutnal area. I've got some planetary scan missions I should be turning in, but I got sidetracked trying to figure out what ships will scan a planetary data point. Sierra Bravo 1 joke. What's the cheapest type of meat? Dare I ask?
You are clear of the station. Flight control out.
And Dazzy Star, we'll be showing you how the SRV scanner works here in a moment. Deer balls, they're under $1. Oh my god. But no, I've apparently found myself in the script of stupid Wrath of Khan. So, long story short, and without naming details, you know, anything too terribly detailed to protect the innocent and even the not so innocent. I'm flying around in open a couple months ago, and somebody around, oh, what was it? I want to say it was around Lehigh, interdicts me, calls me by my real name, says, "I've got you now, you son of a bitch, you know what you did." I'm like, what? I'm sorry, we may have missed a few steps or two. Who are you? And they're in a battle conda. I'm in my chieftain. And yeah, I'm well, I didn't get interdicted. They just intercepted me when I'm on approach to a stop. And I'm like, 1, who are you? 2, what are you talking about? They're like, you know what you did. I'm like, huh? The fact that they called me out by my real world name, that one was a little disconcerting given that I didn't recognize these people at all. Anyway, yeah, they said I've been playing this game for 9 months just to track you down, and now I've got a ship that can kill you. Make you... Okay, whatever. So I look around where I'm at. No, Mu is not my real name, oddly enough. So, my name is Mr. So, okay, I look at where I'm at. I power down my shields. I power down my guns. I say, basically, throw my arms wide and go, "You're never gonna get a better shot. Take it." Well, they open fire on me, and about 20 seconds later, they explode. Because Aggro McTrigger-Happy decided to commit felony assault on me within 2 kilometers of Plucker Mines. 9 months building that battle conda just to kill me, only to lose it that fast. Well, he died as he lived. Stupidly. Do I need a personal escort? No, I need a film crew is what I need. Alright, Dazzy Star, if you are still here, this is how we use an SRV on the ground to scan things and find things. From Hell's Heart, I stab it. What the? System Authority, no! So yeah, like I said, stupid Wrath of Khan.
For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has disturbed my...
Hey, best buddy!
Oh, it's you.
Oh, Sanson, thank you so much for the 5-month resub. Timing could have been a little bit better, but, you know, whatever works. Ship's in one piece. It's a little dinged. It's still good. Oh yes, and we should probably power up the vehicle hangar. It's 1.9 G. Thanks. Got it. Did you ever figure out who that Joker with the condo was? No, I didn't.
High gravity warning.
That's the weird part. Well, one of the weird parts, let's be honest. Okay, Dazzy, so do you see on my scope here how it's sweeping around? There's some lines that pop up. Basically, this is a case of hot or cold, where you want to get closer to these scan lines. Yeah, Aggro McShooty Face, Aggro McTrigger Happy, Dipshit McTrigger Happy is another good one. You see, you just keep driving towards these, and you try to, as you get closer, these lines will tighten up. That'll indicate that you're actually getting closer to your target. The lower the line equals better prospecting, kinda, sorta. These lines also have... Well, Sanson, I'm gonna blame you for it anyway. I was coming in a little quick anyway, but, you know, hey, convenience. So I took a little bit of a ding. They were bump shields. It's an exploration ship. So as you can see, there are Torbach. As you can see, there is actually two different kinds of lines, and I wish I had my mouse able to throw a cursor here. But you can see there's two different kinds of signatures. That indicates two different kinds of rocks. And let me see, because I think there's a website I can go to, Wave Scanner. Let me check out real quick here. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Wavescanner.net.
For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has disturbed my...
Hey, best buddy.
Oh, it's you.
Thrawn Drosh, 606, or Drock, I should say, 606. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Blank Owners. Pull up a seat, enjoy your stay, and yeah, I hope you're having a good one. So yes, there's three different levels of this too. Right now, these are low level. There's a medium level and then the high level. Medium and high level indicates human-made stuff. Low level just indicates, like, natural rock and metal formations. Actually, right now, on my scopes, I'm picking up three different types of material. You can see that there's, like, a thick... How do I put this? There's a heavy line, a gap, and then another heavy line. In this one, there's, like, two heavy lines very close to each other. And on the third one, there's, like, one line. Oh, the new HOTAS came in today. Grats. Always fun when new toys arrive. So we're close to the middle one. Do you see how, as I get closer, the signature is actually shrinking down? Did the T9 work? No, it did not. And it was either pilot error or... Well, it was most likely pilot error. This one is a bronzite chondrite. So you're getting close. You get it targeted with your guns. Put a few rounds into it. It explodes. Activate your cargo scoop. Select something. And on high G worlds like this, you can actually select multiple things. Or just ride over it and just collect them all at once. So you said there was an outcrop, a bronzite, and a meso in that order. Let's find out if this one's a meso. And then we'll roll on back and see if you're right about the outcrop, which I have no doubt you were. And also you can see that it is still scanning my ship off in the corner, and you can see that's a high, like a high frequency scan. Yeah, it was likely a typical PEBCAC error, exactly. Problem exists between chair and keyboard. And yep, this is a mesoiterite. And these, the really good stuff usually comes in metallic meteorites. But I haven't found any of those yet, so. And there's more iron here. Another meso over here. Gret, entering into the fun part. Soon I'll have to actually be careful with jump planning. What, you're out of the core regions and you're on the other side starting to enter into the abyss? And yeah, here's some sulfur. Sulfur and iron. So that's SRV work 101. You have to individually target every piece you want to scoop up with your SRV. Torbach, yeah, 1 second. Let me, or somebody throw in a link permit for Torbach. There you go, Torbach. You can paste that in now. For the shooty minerals. Ah, thank you. Alright, now then, back to work. Kind of. Once more, from the top, with feeling. Are skimmer killing missions still not in the game? No, they're in the game, Vox. Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
I don't think they're called skimmer killing missions anymore. I think they're like basically massacre missions, just a different kind of massacre mission. Always take a pair of SRVs on my exploration ships. Yeah, it's a good idea. And yeah, Vox, that is pretty much the state of things. Nerfed so bad, I don't notice them anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, Frontier in a nutshell. I mean, I love the game, I love the people, but sometimes it just makes you wonder. And last week, I mean, that was, you know, people going, do they even play their game? Well, that's a very good question now, isn't it? Things that make you say, exactly. Yeah, well that ain't right. Hang on. Let's pull out the Mjolnir level Nerf hammer here.
Friendship drive now engaged. No anomalies detected. Hyperspace checking systems now. Complete.
Yeah, so there's a case of, I mean, I understand they are doing, you know, they're actually making the game. They don't actually have time to sit down and play and become, you know, hyper nuanced at everything. I understand that. However, when you can't tell, you know, what enemy is what, when you can't, when you have that poor grasp of basic mechanics, it's a little disheartening. Makes people call your competence into question a little bit. And Gret, that's a hell of a find. Yellow supergiant. You know, I've seen orange supergiants, I've seen red supergiants, I've seen blue. I don't know that I've seen a yellow supergiant. Those seem rather... How would you even get one of those? Because it's right in the middle. It's not on the extremes. It's like in one of the middle. You know, it's in the middle of the HR diagram. Legion of One, the fact that they have to constantly use developer hacks to gather money and materials for doing anything, I say they don't play at all. Looking at how many questions they ask about what weapons and tech they need to fight Thargoids is infuriating. I agree. I mean, you know, I got a little sidetracked off my initial point. Chris the Contemplator, thank you so much for the follow. Pull up a seat. Let us ponder things. But no, that, you know, I don't expect them to know everything about the game. I get that. But to not know the basics, and to not, you know, to say, we value your time, we don't think it's a grind anymore, and then use dev hacks to pull things together. It's a little disingenuous. Carranza, hey, what's up? How you doing? Ghost Tracker, how you go up your HR diagram, the more unstable the star. M-class is the most stable. Yes. But you can get red supergiants. Now, that's easy enough. I mean, isn't Beetlejuice an M-class? Well, I'm the one with the galaxy map. Let's find out. Okay, Beetlejuice. It is M-class. I mean, it's gonna go kaboom at some point. Oh, what do we got here for size? Yeah, this thing is 640 solar radii and only 0.25 solar masses. Eric G, I'm sure the balance team actually plays. Bet you $50. I honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, it calls a lot of things into question. Oh, gotcha. The quotes. The quotes fall into place so nicely, don't they? Galaxy map.
Stellar
well, we can test Canopus real quick too, can't we? Canopus is a class. Oh, actually, I've been there. A-class star, 71.4 solar radii, 9 solar masses, and there's even a station there. It's a ways out, but there's a station there. Ghost. Don't... I mean, our sun is a G-class, just standard run-of-the-mill G-class star. Once that thing starts shedding its, shell, once it goes into, into the helium phase, isn't that going to go red giant? Wouldn't that be M-class, or... I could be, I'm probably totally wrong on this. I'm just, flying around and newting about. There we go. Antares is the largest one in Stellar Forge. No, I think it's VY Canis Majoris that's the biggest one. If you mean Elite's star generation system, VY Canis is the biggest. Gret, 13 Earthlikes and countless water worlds. That's a lot of exploration notches under your belt. Right, but Ghost, I mean, that's the point, though, that the star is actually going to change spectral class because it is using different fuels. I mean, it will go from a G class to an M class. So stars can theoretically travel up and down the scale, but usually they travel down the scale. I guess he could try to go from an A class to an O class, or a B class if it was pulling material off a companion. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know enough about the physics of really, of contact binaries to know. Did anyone get to see Mars last night? Yes, I did. Schismatic, isn't that a shield type? I'm joking, but... Okay, come on. Standard ship, standard... Really? Really? Did I just break this somehow? Did I just bug the hell out of this somehow that I can't even scan with... I've tried too many ships and it's just broken. FD just fixed it. Okay. You know what? Yes, I have an SRV. But let's head back to Narva real quick. Let's grab a ship that I know will work, because I've done it multiple times before. I've done it multiple times with a Chieftain. I know it works with a Chieftain. Let's just go grab that and... Hell, I don't know. Let's go find out. Now, I'm willing to accept that this could just be pilot error and I'm doing something wrong and I should be approaching from a different angle or something. I've never had to do that before, but I'm so used to doing it from a Chieftain or a Challenger cockpit that maybe Yeah, I'm willing to accept that I've got some techniques that need work.
Confirming exit point telemetry. Stand by.
Blaze Homewrecker, I'd love to be able to make a 32 light year jump. Feels bad, man. Yeah, so you don't want to know then about the Bifrost. Because the jump range on this ship is actually, what? 57 light years on a full tank. The Bifrost will hit 77. But no, an Asp Explorer, a Diamondback Explorer, those will hit that range pretty easily. Equipment exceeds operator expertise. Well, yeah. I can't deny it sometimes. My ego has written checks that my skills cannot cash. Cobra Mark 6. That'd be... Wait, are you flying it? Was that a misspelled Cobra 4, or do you have...
Thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has disturbed my...
Hey, best buddy!
Oh, it's you.
Blaze Homewrecker, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the Plank Owners. Pull up a seat and enjoy your stay. Ray, your keelback hits 44 light years. Yes, but it's in a keelback. I'd rather hit 12 and actually enjoy what I'm flying. An interesting debate with a young college student regarding pesticides and crops. He was unaware I am a farmer and have a PhD in ag science. Well, yeah, there's the book knowledge, there's the field expertise, and there's the mixture of the two. Experience is a beautiful thing. Oh, Cobra 4? Alright, gotcha. I was like, Cobra 6? What's this deviltry somebody speaks of? Gear down?
Gear down.
Well, yes, it works on multiple levels. Alright, screw it, we're grabbing the Taurus, because I know for a fact that that ship can scan ground installations. So I was getting scans off the Federal Corvette, and I was able to target it with the Federal Corvette. I was able to target it with the Anaconda. Yeah, the Corvette was physically closest according to the HUD. Gear up.
Retracting landing gear.
Detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Alright, let's get clear of this annoying planet. Ghost. The group venerating the Guardians is illegal, but the one supporting the Thargoids is A-okay. The one... yeah. The Guardian cult, they started physically attacking and burning down Thargoid cult holdings. You know, attacking the members and burning their churches. So, the Thargoid cult, at this point, All they have said is worship the Thargoids. They haven't done anything else. The greater good. Damn, I need that for a sound clip, Sierra Bravo 1.
Jumping to next system.
What's people's opinion on the Anaconda? It is a wonderful multi-role for large landing pads. You can outfit it for combat. You can definitely outfit it for exploration. It's good at hauling things. It'll carry fighters. It is a good I'd call it an 80% solution. You know, if a Federal Corvette is a 100% combat-oriented ship, I'd call an Anaconda an 80% ship.
Temperature critical.
For exploration, it is I'd call it a 90% ship. It has the longest raw jump range, but people can be very, very unhappy with its performance in Super Cruise. It doesn't steer. Well, it steers, but basically, that control stick down at your side, it kind of suggests to the ship which way to go, and the ship decides whether it wants to go there or not. It's a little... It can be a little finicky. Thoughts on the fleet carrier and what should be its value? Well, that depends on what its capabilities are.
Scanning for anomalies.
And unfortunately, as far as I know, we don't know its capabilities yet, do we? Because if it's if this thing is able to haul, a large number of, small, medium, and large ships, and you can jump it relatively easily, then it should be worth a massive amount of credits up front. Legion of One, I would say that the Corvette is like 90% cargo. It's very good at cargo. Wait, sorry, Corvette. Sorry, I thought you said Python. Never mind. 60% combat, 20%... I don't know. I'd call the Corvette 100% combat. At least it's aimed at 100% combat. And I'd call it about 80%, 80% cargo. Sorry, I had Python on the brain there for a moment, Legion. But no, I think that if a fleet carrier is a good, if it actually works as a carrier and isn't just a space station that you can jump from place to place every once in a while, then it should be worth a massive amount of credits. Anaconda very much sticks to the Tom Paris theory of faster than light. The Tom Paris theory of faster than light. I never went past Warp 10 and you can't prove anything. One of the show's more funny on-air retcons. Everybody was embarrassed by that episode, including the actual ship's cast and crew. And yeah. In-world, they were annoyed by it. In our world, they were annoyed by it. Anyway. But Ghost, I mean... Okay, if I was there venerating, as far as we know, extinct species that fought the Thargoids... Well, I mean... They were wiped out by their own stupidity, basically. They fought the Thargoids and won, and then they managed to kill themselves. And that was several million years ago. Talk about carrying a grudge. I mean, the Thargoid cult is... they're creepy. I certainly wouldn't want to join. But they haven't... as far as I've heard, it's just, you know, worship the Thargoids. You know, plenty of doomsday cults out there. Well, I know a few people who were raised in them. But... yes, the war happened several million years ago. And all we have for data on it is stuff written by the Guardians. I mean, there is also a case to be made that, you know, it's possible the Guardians were the bad guys here too. Or all we have is Guardian records for this. We haven't found any Thargoid records. Blaze Homewrecker. The cult seems to keep themselves until provoked. Even then, they seem to be keeping to themselves. They haven't been provoked yet, as far as I can tell. Yeah, and Guardian AI is still out there. Alright, final test here, because we know for a fact, you've seen it before on stream, I can scan a planetary outpost with a chieftain. So if this doesn't work, something very screwy has happened. And I will need to stop at a station and pick up a, you know, pick up an SRV or something. Alright. Set 1-2. Easy peasy. So that's the way I was hoping it would work with other ships, and apparently that is not the case. Which is alright, because I gotta land this at a medium outpost anyway. Amptcubus, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You also can't really scan the data point in a clipper. I would say it's due to the pilot seat placement, which is off-center. And oh, hi. Hi, how are you? And thank you for that. Yeah, there was some... I mean, almost... It feels like I almost got it in an Anaconda and almost got it in a Federal Corvette, but didn't quite work.
Incoming mission critical message.
Didn't quite work, which just means failed, but... you know, it was a near fail. Darkroom, didn't that happen because the Guardians decided to kill off their AIs because the AIs were getting too advanced? Other way around. As far as I know from the data, the AIs...
systems now. Complete.
The AIs decided to kill off the Guardians because the Guardians were...
exiting now.
The Guardians went into another civil war after they beat the Thargoids. And the Guardian AI, which had apparently been programmed with the same reverence for nature that the Guardians had, decided, you know what? These people, these organics are a threat to their planet and a threat to surrounding space, and we are actually doing the natural order a favor by wiping them out. In my experience, it's either tricky or doesn't work with ships that have off-center pilot seats. Good to know. Thank you for that. And thank you, Legion 1, yeah. So, about what I thought I knew on him. And Ghost, I take it back. I'm saving these people from a burning station. They're moaning I'm taking too long, saving them from their death. Let the Thargoids come. Well, first, get paid by these people. Then let the Thargoids come. Then, I don't know. Tell you what, if the Thargoid cult doesn't like what I do with Thargoids, they can come take it up with me personally. Then again, I imagine the Guardian cult doesn't like me very much either for how many of those skimmer parts I've distributed over the landscape. You know, a little bit of ancient grave robbing going on. Home, isn't that the place surrounded by all the claymores, Eric G? Yeah, that's what I thought. Bear traps, claymores. Don't mind that big tub of ammonium nitrate in the basement. That's for tanning leather. Find me a parking spot. Ghost, they would probably shake their heads at you, condemn you loudly in public, and then buy up those artifacts you sold. Gear down.
Deploying landing gear.
And Eric G, let's see here. What's that quote? Hold on, I gotta find this quote. Old saying. Let me see if I can... Here we go, Mark Twain. I thoroughly disapprove of duels. If a man should challenge me, I would take him kindly and forgivingly by the hand and lead him to a quiet place and kill him. I like a lot of his quotes. The letter that he sent to the patent medicine salesman is especially, one, heartbreaking, and yet two, well, heartbreaking if you know the circumstances, and two, hilarious. Biotech conductors, you know what? I don't mind if I do. Modified embedded firmware? Sounds good to me. And why not? Exquisite focus crystals. Oh, you shouldn't have, Silas. There's another one, I believe it's, you know, there's not... Oh, boy. Here we go. The trouble ain't that there's too many fools. The trouble is the lightning ain't distributed right. And you'll have to excuse my neighbor, he doesn't have a muffler. Legion of One, we aren't in Narvik right now. We're in the Kutnal system. But yeah, same principle, really. Wartime surface target scan. High rep. Nearly 3 million. That's good stuff. Deliver 88 units of bio-waste. No. Alright, Gret, I will, I'll send everybody over your way, if you want. Let's see here. Interstellar factors, may as well pay off stuff. Yeah, may as well redeem all this.
Incoming message.
Take your shit elsewhere, Silas. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see here. Redeem all bounty vouchers. We're good here. May as well redeem errantry. That's a good one, Sierra. That's... Alright, I'll get clear the station here. Gear up.
Gear up.
And as Yuki and Hank are looking at me with those faces that say, you know, it's time for cat-related stuff, and unfortunately, yes, I probably do have to get going here pretty soon, but first off, I did want to post this out because I mentioned it, may as well here. So, this is Mark Twain. This is Mark Twain when he was really, really pissed off. Some medicine salesman had sent him a pamphlet about something called the Elixir of Life, which could cure meningitis, which had killed Twain's daughter, diphtheria, which killed his 19-month-old son, and would also handle an ailing heart, while his wife had just died of heart failure. So, he writes back. Dear Sir, your letter is an insoluble puzzle to me. The handwriting is good and exhibits considerable character, and there are even traces of intelligence in what you say, yet the letter and the accompanying advertisements profess to be the work of the same hand. The person who wrote the advertisements is without a doubt the most ignorant person now alive on the planet. Also without a doubt he is an idiot of the 33rd degree, and scion of an ancestral procession of idiots stretching back to the missing link. It puzzles me to make out how the same hand could have constructed your letter and your advertisements. Puzzles fret me, puzzles annoy me, puzzles exasperate me, and always, for a moment, they arouse in me an unkind state of mind towards the person who has puzzled me. A few moments from now, my resentment will have faded and passed, and I shall probably even be praying for you. But while there is yet time, I hasten to wish that you may take a dose of your own poison by mistake, and enter swiftly into the damnation which you and all other patent medicine assassins have so remorselessly earned and do so richly deserve. Adieu, 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 Mark Twain. Oh, heartbreaking in its circumstances, and yet hilarious and holy shit quotient for it, just savagery. Well-spoken savagery at that. And on that wonderful bombshell, you know what? I think I am going to go and, let's see here. Gret should be on pretty soon here. I'm just killing a little bit of time. But, yeah. This was a good show today, everybody. We figured out what didn't work, so that's good. We figured out what still works, so they haven't patched this out. And I pray to Jeebus they never do. And yeah, so unfortunately I got some real-world stuff to take care of, but that's alright. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing this again, as usual. Same time, same place. Have a good one, everybody. And take care, fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, don't try planetary scans when all you got are bump shields and a ship you're not sure will work. Always nice meeting new folks. Always nice chatting. And thank you to, well, to everybody here. catch you again tomorrow. Take care. Have a good one.